So recently I've had the initiative to intern for Gary Vaynerchuk this summer, and a big part of that is trying to provide Gary value. You see, I've been called out by a couple of people at Vayner, and they said, well, my initiative is great and I'm putting a lot of effort into it, but what's in it for Gary? So that's what this video is going to be all about, guys. My name is Bianchi. This is Define Wisdom, and let me know if you enjoy content like this. It's more personal content. This is what I'm trying to do, goals that I'm trying to achieve as opposed to helping other people. So let me catch you up on my initiative. I've been into Gary Vaynerchuk for a while now, and I've read all of his books. He's part of the inspiration for me to start this YouTube channel. And I realized that he had internship opportunities on his website, so I applied to them. But I knew that thousands of people must be applying to these internships, so how was I going to stand out? And I came up with a few solutions. First, I was going to start a TikTok, at I will intern for Gary Vee. Go follow it. I actually live stream every time I record a video, like I'm doing over there right now. And then I also started running Facebook ads over his headquarters in New York City. So all of this is well and good, but basically all of it up until now is just like, hey Gary, look at me, I want to intern for you, I'm smart and hardworking. There was nothing in it for Gary. I didn't show how I could provide him value. And this was pointed out to me by one of his CEOs and his CHO, as well as a couple other employees that I connected with on LinkedIn. So I got to thinking, like, how do I provide value? And I really couldn't come up with anything. Like, you're looking at a millionaire who has everything he could ever realistically want at the tip of his fingers, and a dude on his team for everything. And then you're looking at an 18-year-old kid who really doesn't have any hard skills. Yeah, I got adept knowledge at digital marketing, and I'm pretty good at YouTube, but what do I have for him? Well, I figured out the answer to that, and I did that by watching his content. You see, he's mentioned before that his YouTube strategy isn't necessarily 100%. I realized that there was a hole as far as the understanding of the YouTube algorithm goes in his team. And well, I happen to be a massive geek with the YouTube algorithm. I've read the book YouTube Secrets, I've taken the course by Graham Stephan, and overall, I'm pretty knowledgeable. It's not going to make me a success overnight, so that's why my channel doesn't have hundreds of thousands of subscribers already, but I definitely know what I'm talking about. So I did some research into Gary's YouTube channels, and this is what I found. So Gary has two channels, Gary Vee and Gary Vee TV. Gary Vee is where he posts his main content, his seminars, daily Vee, weekly Vee, all of the main blockbuster content, as opposed to Gary Vee TV where he posts a bunch of clips, 4 to 7 minutes long. And I have some tools for maintaining my own YouTube channel that allow me to also analyze his. Starting with Gary Vee, it's not a bad channel. No duh, there's an entire team behind it. Arguably, the titles could be a little bit better, but they're fine, and maybe the keywords could be a little bit better. But overall, good stuff. Gary Vee TV, on the other hand, is where I think there's a bunch of untapped potential. So let's start with the channel page on Gary Vee TV, and now let's compare it to Gary Vee main channel, and they don't look very similar at all. In a couple of ways, there's no continuity between the pages, and in my opinion, the beige and the TV, it's kind of retro, it's not really sleek, it doesn't work in my opinion. Gary Vee is this modern business mogul, and naming one of his channels after TV, I don't see where it is. I think a name like Gary Vee Clips or something simpler, more straight to the point would be better. Or at least something with less of a stigma, like what Gen Z millennial watches Gary Vee TV? But looking at the videos of Gary Vee TV is where it gets really interesting. You see, the clips are shorter, which is fine, and it's totally understandable for the nature of the channel, but in the description, there's no link to the greater video. Like, what if I watched this clip and I wanted to watch the whole thing and get engrossed into the Gary Vee culture? Then it's kind of hard to find it. Now, yeah, if you wanted to put a couple minutes into it, you could definitely find it. Probably only a few seconds, but that whole process should be as easy as possible. People are lazy. And another thing is the title. This is the worst example, so I'm gonna use it. But the video's title is, "It's hard to be hungry when you're already fed." And what? What does that have to do with anything? Now, when you watch the video, it makes sense. They're talking about business entitlement and how it's really hard to really want to be successful when you're born into like a wealthy family or something like that. But the YouTube search algorithm doesn't understand metaphors, not yet at least. So why make it the title? Arguably, even if you're a viewer and you read that title, you might be confused. You might not totally understand it. So there's nothing about it that really grabs attention besides curiosity of, oh, that sounds kind of interesting and odd for Gary Vaynerchuk to be saying, like, what's he talking about, fed here? And then you click it. I can see that angle, but overall it doesn't make the mark. Something like, entitlement destroys entrepreneurship, or some kind of clickbait variant of entitlement and business and entrepreneurship and being successful, all of those keywords being incorporated in with one another, that would make more sense. And speaking of keywords, let's go to the keywords section. And wow, this is really bad. So first off, keywords, you're allowed up to 500 characters, and you're definitely not using that here, Gary. Not to mention the fact that one of your keywords is I'm hungry. Again, if you search up I'm hungry, then no one's going to be looking for business advice. Even metaphorically, to be hungry for money, you're going to look up I want to make more money, not I'm hungry. And while yes, keywords don't have too big of an effect on the YouTube algorithm, when you have such a big channel and you have so much growth opportunity, everything counts. So I would argue that more prompt-based keywords like does entitlement kill businesses, or entitled entrepreneur, stuff that might be a little more searchable, would be better. And those are random examples off the top of my head, but I did do some research as to what keywords would be good with high search volume that they could compete in. And what I mean by that is a small channel like me can't target the keyword entrepreneurship because there's so many entrepreneurship videos, but a massive channel might be able to. Keywords like trust fund business, being happy and poor, chip on the shoulder, is it bad to be motivated by money, is making money important, being rich made me sad, will being rich make me happy? All of these have higher search volumes and they're more likely to be top ranking to increase their influence. Last couple points here, their comment section could definitely use some work. If they were to comment a question of like, are you entitled or do you know an entitled business owner, for example, and then heart it and pin it, then that helps the algorithm, A, and B, then people start commenting more and it helps spur engagement. So the ways that I would help Gary Vee TV is by trying to get them a new graphics package, potentially changing the name, doing better keywords for each video, changing up the description just a little bit, engaging people in the comments section, and making sure we have bomb titles. Gary, I want to intern for you this summer, and this is the kind of value that I might be able to provide to your team. And arguably, it's perfect for an intern. It's not major work, it's not super important, you're going to live without good keywords, but it's something that when you throw $15 an hour at some random 10-week summer intern, they'll be able to get it done, it'll bring you some form of value, and everyone comes out better. I'd like to think that my persistence and determination with trying to get this internship has proven the fact that I'm willing to work hard for you, and maybe this whole keyword thing might be able to prove that I'm willing to work smart for you too. So guys, without further ado, that's going to be the end of this video. Please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you think there's anything else I can do to get Gary Vee's attention, but I think that's going to be kind of difficult at this point. I'm kind of in the phase of let's keep the hustle going, but at the same time, there's not too much more I can do. That's going to be it for this video, guys. Peace.